Good morning, sunshine. Whoa, calm down. You don't need to freak out like that. I'm just your next door neighbor, coming in to check on you. Are you looking for this? Yeah, I'm sorry. It was a necessary precaution. I mean, come on. Besides watching TikToks, what other use do you have for this, anyways? It's not like anyone gives a shit about you to pick up their phone and call you or anything like that. Screw me. Oh, don't give me that bullshit. Even your lock screen is a stock image. And I saw the anonymous post you made on Reddit about how lonely you feel and about how you have nobody to care for you. Don't look that surprised. You're not being as anonymous as you think you are. Liar. You definitely don't have a gun near you, so quit it with that. I told you already. I'm your next door neighbor. You may not recognize me since I am kinda new. But then again, it's not like you would have noticed me if I wasn't. You live in your own little bubble, never even glancing around yourself. And yet you'd be the one to constantly complain about how nobody ever looks at you or cares for you. How would you even know if someone has their eyes on you, huh? Right. I didn't lie about that either. I did come in to check on you. It seems like you have trouble listening as well. Well, yeah. I know you can't get to the door in your condition, so why bother knocking in the first place? Look, I even brought you brownies. I follow a special recipe that I've created, and not to toot my own horn, but I can tell you it'll be the best thing you'll ever taste. You shouldn't have left your windows open if you didn't want anyone to get in then. Oh, right. You didn't leave them open. Anyways, I actually moved in around 2 months ago. I believe you. I am pretty quiet and discreet. You'd need to be very aware of your surroundings to notice me. But like I said, you're not as alert as you think you are. In fact, it's kinda the opposite. You're quite oblivious to almost anything around you. You should be more careful. Lies, 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 and more lies. Come on. I already know that the nurses aren't coming before tomorrow. You're pretty much stuck on your own until then. Well, now you have me. I heard them say they'll be coming by tomorrow. Duh. The walls between the apartments are like paper thin in this shithole building. Oh, so now we resort to threats of violence, do we? Under normal circumstances, I'd feel, threatened. But seeing your state, I'm sure you won't be getting out of bed unless you really, really need to use the bathroom. And even then, you might not be successful at reaching it in time. I wouldn't bother screaming for help either. Besides the two of us, there's only one other person in the entire building. And she's as deaf as a post. Everyone else is slaving away at work. Children are at school, and there are no housewives or husbands here. I mean, if any family could afford to live on a single paycheck, they would have rented somewhere nice and far away from here as possible. That's a very good question. Why did I rent here then? Wanna take a guess? Wrong. I'm not rich, but I can definitely afford a better place. Want a second chance to guess? Sheesh. You're really not that bright. But that's okay, 'cause you're very cute. You're even cuter when you're asleep. Did you know that? No, of course you wouldn't. It'd be weird if you knew what you looked like when you're sleeping. I am not creepy. I'm just a very loving and caring person. Fine, I'll tell you. I went to the hospital for a routine checkup, and that's where I spotted you around 2 months ago. You looked really pathetic. No offense. Barely able to move on your own wheelchair and having to wait for someone to help you. Oh, don't get all angry at me. You know I'm right. On the contrary, I do know a lot about you. For instance, I know you solely rely on the nurses for help. And I also know that it's costing you almost everything you've got, which is why you can't afford a nicer place. Hey, look at you, catching up. Yes, I've kept an eye on you for the entirety of the past 2 months. And you never even noticed anything. It's pretty easy when you look as forgettable as I do. But you know something about being forgettable? You know, since you constantly complain about how nobody cares and how nobody notices you and blah 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 blah. Well, next time, you'll be careful about what you wish for then. Don't worry about me. I have a job that pays well. And bonus point is, I can work from anywhere I want as long as there's internet. So yeah, moving around is pretty easy for me. You tell me, what do you think I want from you? Never mind. I guess you're going back to being daft again. I don't want your money. You barely have any, and I certainly have no use for your organs. Again, no offense. I just want to help you, to take care of you, to spend time with you. I'm good at many things, you know. I make well enough money with a few hours of work to live generously for a good number of weeks. I can also cook very well, might I add. and clean. But the cherry on top is that I went to nursing school. No, I dropped out right before graduating. Something about potassium, but that's besides the point. What do you mean, why? Because I sorta like you. What a stupid question. I mean, don't get me wrong, from the short time I've had to observe you, I realize you're not the sharpest knife in the drawer. But damn, I feel like you're pushing it here. Although, I still think it's cute. Yes, that means I know about your condition. All you need is a bit of help. It's not that big of a deal for me. You won't be winning any Olympic sports, but I say getting back on your feet again is sure of a hell lot better than your state right now. Wouldn't you agree? Wow. Serve someone gold on a silver platter, and they'll take a shit on it. Fine. I'll take my brownies and see myself out. Enjoy paying all of those medical expenses and spending the rest of your life alone. I'll be moving out within this week, and until then, don't worry. I won't bother you at. What? Say that again. I didn't hear you. Alright, alright. I'll stop. So, you want me to stay, huh? Well, I can gloat if I want to. I'm happy, and that's how I show my happiness. Really? Do you actually think I don't look forgettable? Or are you just trying to schmooze me? No, seriously, because if you're acting all nice all of a sudden out of fear that I'd hurt you, just don't. If I wanted to, I would have already done that. Trust me, I had many opportunities. But if you're complimenting me to win me over, then spare your efforts. I'm already yours. I'll take good care of you. Just don't even think about playing any games with me in the future. And I promise I'll give you everything you've ever wished for. And then some. But don't think you can ever leave me after that. Because I'll find you wherever you go. And you won't like it when I do. I'll take out whatever and whoever stands in my way.